Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm getting to play with something super exciting. So when I saw Tati's video on the Beauty and the Beast palette with Lorac Cosmetics, I died. And I went and ordered it right away. So this is what the packaging looks like. Beautiful iridescent rose. And then they have the shades like on the back here. But this is the actual palette itself. It has this little clasp, like a book, and it has like a little bookmark ribbon in it too, which is, I thought, super cute, nice touch. So I've looked at the palette, but I haven't actually I haven't played with it. So it opens up like this, and there's a mirror here. And then the shadows are right here, and it comes with a little brush. Gorgeous. And on this side near the mirror it says, "Love looks not with the eyes but with the mind." So that's super cute. And then "True beauty is found within" is like embossed on the top here. And that's one of my favorite lines from one of the songs in the movie, so I thought that that was fitting. So I'm actually just going to do the rest of my makeup first, and I'll probably do a voiceover and speed that up, and then I'll come back when my base is done and we can play with the palette. Hey everyone, so like in any video, I start by clipping back my hair with my little red clips, and I have my mirror. I'm using the NYX Professional as my primer, and I just go ahead and put that on the T-zone of my face. And next I go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso. So after I've filled in my brows completely, I like to go in with a clear brow gel, and this one is from NYX, and I just kind of coat it through all my brow hairs to get them where I want them. So today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in one of the new shades 102 for my foundation. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with my finger and then blend it out with my EcoTools blending sponge. So here what I do is I take any excess foundation that's on the back of my hand and I blend it in over my eyelids and kind of on my cheekbone area where I feel like I need a little bit of extra coverage. And then I'm going to go in with the Milani Retouch and Erase concealer in shade 01 Fair. and just blend that out also with my Eco Tool sponge. One of the things I really like is that it has that tapered edge with the flat on the very top, so you can get right in there with the concealer. So here I'm just going in with my RCMA No Color Powder on the longer flat side of my blending sponge, and I'm just going to kind of set my under eye, eyelids, and T-zone area to help with creasing. And then I'm going to go in with my Fit Me powder. I think this is in the shade 115, and I'm just kind of going to dust it with my powder brush on the rest of my face, and I also use it to wipe off any excess powder, setting powder in my T-zone. Okay, so for my bronzer today, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Light Bronze, and I use the Real Techniques brush to contour my face or shape my face with it. So I go in just on my cheekbones, my forehead, and the perimeter of my face. Then I'm going in with my favorite blush palette right now, and it's from Maybelline, and those 4 shades are amazing. 3 of them are blushes, 1 of them's a highlight. So I'm just going to go in with my Wet n Wild blush brush, and I'm going to take that lightest blush shade, and I'm just going to dust it on both of my cheeks. Okay, so this is me being super excited about a new highlighter. It's from Wet n Wild, and I guess this was released a year or so ago as a limited edition product, but I did not know that. But now it's a permanent part of their collection. It's called Precious Petals. It's beautiful, so I just go in with a Real Techniques. It's actually a setting brush that I use to do my highlighting, and I just highlight the tops of my cheekbones. So here what I do is I go back in with my brow pencil, and I just do a little touch-ups with the tail, especially after applying my foundation after my brows. I tend to just go in and do this step to even them out. Okay, so my base is pretty much done. So let's go on to the best part, the eyes. I have this cute little mug a friend of mine gave me. Her and her family lived in France for a few months, and they brought it back for me. So super gorgeous, has cute little like places you would visit, landmarks, and I have all my clean brushes in it. I'm so excited. Okay. Alright. It's a pretty good mirror. And I'm going to actually try out this brush. I've actually never used Lorac anything from them, actually. But I've heard good things about their eyeshadows, so I'm excited. So this is a cute little double-ended brush. It has like a blending side and then kind of, it's more dense on the other side. You could maybe use it for outer corner or lid. So I'm trying to think. I remember when I was reading about it, I wonder if they were saying like go across for a look or down. So on the back of the box it says, inspired by Belle's steadfast strength and undeniable beauty, we created the Lorac Los Angeles limited edition eyeshadow palette to take you on a magical journey of wonder and romance. Love it. Whether you're well acquainted with our legendary Pro palette or seeing them for the first time, you'll be enchanted with these 16 all-new exclusive shades from our best-in-class Pro formula. And then it just says the Pro shadows can be used wet or dry. Okay. So I really want to use this blue color, but I think I might save it for another day when I have more time. I'm going to work later. So, let's see. Well, first, just to lay down the base, I'll go in with this color here. The names are so cute. Chip In, right here. Ooh, it's pretty pigmented for a light shade. I like that. And then there's a shade here, right here. Oh. It's called Look Beyond. It's a little bit deeper of a color. It's like a light caramel color. Oh, I forgot I was going to zoom you guys in. Okay. Ooh, it's really pigmented. Look at that. That's insane! Ooh. Okay, so let me zoom you guys in. I love this little bookmark. Okay, yeah, let me zoom you guys in. And last time I zoomed you in, I think I zoomed in too far because, well, I also kept like looking down to see what I was doing. So I think I'll move my mirror to like in front of me in the middle. Yeah, I like that. Is it still in focus? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, awesome. So, man. These are so good so far. Oops, my phone's on, sorry. Okay. Alright. And so now I'm going to go in. I like this top row here. It's beautiful, but it's a little bit more subtle. So the last shade is like, it's called Impress. You know, and I'm going to go into my crease a little bit lower than that other shadow. This has like, it's purpley in undertone. Well, it is a purple, so it's purpley in undertone, Mariah. Oh my gosh. So I have some exciting news. I got promoted at work. So that's super fun. My training doesn't start for like 2 weeks because the person I'm training with is going on vacation. So that's super fun. Oh my gosh, I love this eyeshadow. I love that it just like gave it so much depth. Oh. So someone asked me at work who I'm friends with outside of work the other day. Was like, so I heard you're doing YouTube videos, and I was like, yeah, I really love makeup and being creative, and that's a way to share that with others. And I kind of got a little defensive about it. I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's a beautiful thing to be able to share something you love with other people, and maybe help them along the way with either reviews or technique, although I'm not that advanced in technique, but like, you know what I mean. So, and he was like, yeah, I respect that. Like, if I had something that I was that passionate about, I might do that too. I was like, thank you. I am just like living for these shadows. You have no idea. Okay, so there's, in that same column, there's like a blue-gray color right here. And I'm going to put that, I think, in the outer corner, but let me just put down the lid shades first. I think I'm going to do a gradient look but let me see. So Dream It is this one right here. It's like a light silvery color. And I'm going to put that in the very like inner corner of my eye. Oh my gosh, there we go. Pigment. I almost want to drag it a little bit into my inner corner. So to do that, I have this brush. I got it in one of my Ipsy bags. I unfortunately stopped it to save some money. But it's a smudger brush, and the name's kind of worn off, but I really like it. It's just a really detailed brush, so I'm going to take that and just kind of not cat eye it, but almost like just drag it into the inner corner, like where you would highlight in your inner corner too. And I might drag it into my lower lash line too. I haven't decided yet. Gosh, this is amazing. This brush isn't super, even though it's small, I might just be getting used to the shadows and their formula and the brush, but it's not super detailed. Like it went a little bit above where I wanted it to go in the crease, but that's my mom. 3:30? Like 2:30? Yeah. Mom wants to go to the mall and I don't have time to go before work. Okay, so that's beautiful. I wish I could do this without this light on, but it really helps me see. Sorry, I know that's annoying. So I'm just going to take my Sigma E55, it's just like a regular shader brush, and I'm going to take that next shade over called Timekeeper. And I'm going to put that like on the outer. Like it will blend and then blend out into the outer corner. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Yeah, I definitely want to bring that lighter color a little bit further in. So whenever I saw Lorac shadows, at that point I had already bought in a few palettes that were kind of like just neutral. And this was really at the beginning, like when I really didn't know much about formulas and different companies and whatnot. My first high-end palette was the Naked Original. And then I kind of just, like, I bought the rest of them because I thought that they were like so cool. And I'm so late to the makeup game, by the way. Like, I just discovered YouTube makeup tutorials like two years ago now. And I was like, what is this beautiful thing that I have not known anything of? So I quickly fell in love with it and really in love with makeup in a way that I hadn't before. Like I always have worn makeup, you know, since high school. But I kind of taught myself and I wore pretty minimal makeup. Like really neutral eyeshadow just from the drugstore. Like I had never been in a Sephora. Like, I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know what Ulta was. Like, I remember a friend, like, before I discovered Ulta was like, oh my gosh, my sister's so happy. Like, there's going to be an Ulta near our house. Granted, she lives, like, 40 minutes from me. So that's the closest Ulta. But I was like, what's Ulta? Like, I had no idea what it was. And now it's like, when I think of Ulta, I'm like, oh, it's like heaven. In a store form. In a makeup store form. Okay, that is gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to try... Oh no, I dropped my brush. Oh, I'm a mess. Okay, so now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, E25 from Sigma, and I'm going to take that other color, the grayish color, right here, Our Guest. It has a bluish undertone to it. And I'm just gonna lightly like kind of dab it on that outer corner and then bring it a little bit into the crease. Ooh. Just adds the perfect amount of depth. But for being, the shadows are a little chalky in the pan, which I could care less about as long as it's not falling all over my face. But I was watching Jaclyn Hill's video about her palette and about how like shadows are pressed, and I didn't know any of that, and so it makes sense, like how depending on the color and the pigment, like it has to be pressed into the pan and like individually, and then they're placed in the palette. And so I'd never thought about that before, but these are really pigmented and I don't mind at all. I feel like my left eye always comes out way better because that's like my dominant hand. I don't know if that's a thing, but my gosh, these are so good. This is amazing. So in and of itself, it's already kind of creeping down into my lower lash line, but I'm going to take a little bit of Timekeeper, that deeper silver. It's slightly glittery, and I'm going to put that on like the outer corner to like where my pupil is, on both eyes with like a firm shader brush, the E20. So my friend, I don't know if she wants her name to be mentioned on YouTube, but let's just call her E. She's getting married in August, and her Jack and Jill shower was it this past weekend? And she did something so cool. Instead of like being a traditional shower where she opened gifts, it was a themed shower, and we had dinner and then we did dancing. And her fiance is Spanish and she's Italian, so we like mixed the two foods and I helped serve it, and it was super fun. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Our Guest is the like matte silvery, not silvery, bluish gray color. I'm going to put that also under my lash line. And it was 80s, 90s themes because he was born in the 80s and she was born in the 90s. And so, oh yeah, that's gorgeous. And so we dressed up as part of the party. And so I posted a photo on my Instagram of 90s like makeup, and I had to do some research. I watched some videos on YouTube and looked up pictures, and I really had fun doing that. And my friend who I got ready with, she was like, why didn't you bring your camera? Like, why didn't you film it? Because she loves makeup too. She's such a cutie. We got ready at her house, and I was like, I just didn't think about it. So I kind of am wondering if I should maybe film that tutorial, because I had like really bold lips, which I don't normally wear. Bold, like berry plum color, and then the makeup on the eyes was so minimal, and it just like brought me back to high school, like just wearing a thin black like pencil under my eye. Even though I didn't go to high school in the 90s, it was like it was like mid 2000s, so I still didn't know much about makeup, so it was just kind of fun, you know, fun flashback. I really like that. Okay, so this is awesome. Love this brush, by the way. This is super fluffy. It's a little bit different texture than the Sigma brushes. I don't know if the hair is made from a different, like whether one's synthetic and one's natural, or it's just made from a different formula. And I really love that this has a clasp on it, because I had bought in like last year when the Alice in Wonderland palette came out through Urban Decay, and that had a brush in it, and it just like pulled out. Gorgeous packaging. Pardon. The brush always fell out. Whenever I like pulled the palette off my shelf, the brush would fall. So I like that that's secured in here. And I am just going to okay, I think I'm just going to put mascara on. Sorry, this kind of turned into a story time. Those shadows are amazing. I got so excited about makeup. So before I knew that this thing at work was happening and there was a possibility of me getting promoted, we we're switching things up in the store. And I work in a retail store, by the way. I'm not going to say which one just for privacy reasons, but so I work in a retail store, and it's a big store, and we have a cosmetics, like, we sell cosmetics there. But the store is changing how it works. So we have like a market department now, or people specifically that only work in the food department. And the idea is to have like specialized people who can help the customers in that specific area. And so I heard that there was going to be hours in the... Okay, so two things that are really sad. Oh no, I just dropped my mirror. Okay, so two things that are really sad. My camera only records for 20 minutes and I don't know how to change that. And so I'm not sure how much of the tutorial was actually filmed because I talked a lot. So, and I have to go and leave for work. And my camera's about to die. So, sad face. Gerard Cosmetics. Slay All Day with peach flavor. I overall love this, and I would totally buy Lorac shadows again. I'm very impressed. I want to kind of do more looks with this palette, with the different colors. Hopefully I'm also doing a little series with the Maybelline City Mini palettes, and I don't get a huge opportunity to film that much during the week, but I'm gonna try. With my new job, my promotion, I'm gonna have every other weekend off, so that's gonna be really nice for me. Here, let me take these out. So yeah, my camera's about to die, but I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching and being here with me. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to film more tutorials for you guys. So please subscribe if you haven't down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!